everyone, my name is Vanya and I'm here to guide you to Korean movies paradise. Some of you might already know there was a great news in Korean movie community. It was from 75th Cannes Film Festival that Korea had 2 awardees. The honored one is the director Park Chan-Wook for Decision to Live as the best director. And another one is an actor, Kang-ho in Broker as the best actor. Both are, I want to dare to say, iconic artists in Korean film industry. They even worked together several times before in great movies. This time, they worked separately and brought the trophy to each one's home. So, we wanted to celebrate our beloved stars' achievement with you, and here is how we do. We will watch the first movie they ever worked together, JSA Joint Security Area. JSA is a director Park Chan-wook's third feature made in 2000. It is based on the novel DMZ. DMZ means Demilitarized Zone and JSA Joint Security Area. What do you get from these titles? I will give you some more information for your guess. Korea is the only divided country in the world, let's say for now, by the military demarcation line 2 km to north and 2 km to south from the line. The demilitarized zone is set. And there is a JSA inside the DMZ. Yes, this movie is about a tragic story that happened in JSA between soldiers of North Korea and South Korea. Korea is still truce country, meaning the end of war was not declared yet. Therefore, all male Korean citizens who is older than 18 are required to serve the military for a certain period. They might have caused many people in Korea to empathize with the story between the soldiers, even though it's all made up story. JSA are one of the star-studded movies. Of course, you can see today's star Kang-ho, the world-class actor in Parasite, The Broker, and etc. Byung-hun, who once called Byung-sama in Japan, is one of the first generation of Hallyu in Asia. He is a truly global talent featuring in G.I. Joe 2 and Red the Legend in Hollywood. If you're a Korean movies lover, you've seen Kang-ho and Byung-hun a lot, and I'm pretty much sure that you've never disappointed by their performances. Honestly, far beyond the disappointment. Praise them! You can find the female star too here. Yeong-ae was a star in Daejanggeum, that is one of the most famous TV shows throughout Asia. It'll be another fun to watch the youthful faces of the world's famous stars who became the masters after 22 years. Now, let's take a tour to JSA where inevitable tragedy and pains arise, as well as a friendship if there was. A shooting incident at the DMZ. It awakens a hidden secret.
판문점 공동경비구역에서 총격 사건이 벌어진 지 사흘이 지난 가운데 그동안 합동수사단 구성 협상에서 난항을 겪어오던 남북한이 새로운 돌파구를 여는 데 성공했습니다. 이번 합의에 따라 스위스와 스웨덴으로 구성된 중립국 감독위원회 측에서는 수사 실무 경험을 갖춘 법무장교를 본국에서 파견하는 방안을 검토 중인 것으로 알려졌습니다.
Sophie, a Korean-Swiss law officer, comes to the DMZ to investigate the incident.
Welcome to the Neutral Nations Supervisory Commission.
Have a seat, Major.
My father is Korean. I was born in Geneva and brought up there.
That this is a very special case. The perpetrator is already in custody, and we even have his confession. Our job is to find out not who, but why. Your ultimate goal is to remain perfectly neutral and not to provoke either the South or the North.
Her mission is to find out why it happened
Got it.
while remaining perfectly neutral.
이 사건 뭐 뻔한 거 아니야? 빨갱이 놈들이 납치해놓고 자진 월북으로 조작하려 한 거.
표 장군님 의견은 수사에 참고하도록 하겠습니다.
세상엔 두 종류의 인간이 있어. 빨갱이, 그리고 빨갱이들의 적. 여기 중립 설 자리 없어. 선택만 있을 뿐이야. 현명한 선택하리라 믿네.
But General Pyo from South Korea has a different opinion. He asks her to choose a side.
아직 적 상태에서 완전히 깨나진 못했습니다. 둔기로 맞은 상처입니다. 북측에서 납치하기 위해 내려친 거 아니겠습니까?
The investigation starts from South Korean Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk. The deposition by Sergeant Lee is like this. When he was relieving himself by an irritated bowel, he was hit by something and dragged to somewhere, unconscious. He was awoken at the North Korean's post, bound with a rope. After a certain fearful time, he untied himself and escaped killing North Korean soldiers. When he arrived at the southern part of the Bridge of No Return, the fight began between North and South. And finally, he was saved by South Korean army. Next, Officer Sophie visits the North Korean's post.
The two sides seem closer to each other than I thought.
Oh yeah, you could even hear them fart. After the Korean War, the North Korean POWs crossed this bridge when they're sent back, never to return. That's why it's called the Bridge of No Return.
여기가 최만수 상위의 시체가 있던 자리요. 그리고 저기가 정우진 전사가 쓰러졌던 자리요.
She looks into the crime scene photos and remains.
조원들 애인 초상화를 많이 그려줘서 인기가 좋았다고 합니다. 우리 오경필 중사가 중상을 입고도 용케 살아남았을 망정이지. 안 그랬으면 남측이 또 북의 도발이니 뭐니 하고 뻔뻔스러운 악선전을 해대지 않았겠어.
Sophie visits the hospital to meet Sergeant Oh Kyung-pil.
이제 그날 일에 대해서 말해줄래요?
진술서 보면 대답했습니까?
혼수 상태에서 말하고 서명한 이 진술서 말인가요?
North Korean Sergeant Oh Kyung-pil won't
지금
say a word
뭐라
either,
그랬어요?
like a South Korean Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk won't. His deposition is like this. He was chatting with his comrades. Suddenly, South Korean Sergeant Lee broke into the post and fired a gun. He ran away after killing Jung Ho-jin and Choi Man-soo. Then South Korean soldiers waged gun battles against North and he strived to fight till the end. Now, Sophie decided to hear something from the dead.
이거이 각도로 봐서 정면에서
Autopsy
쏜
room.
겁니다.
Shot him again after he was already down. The murder was carried out in execution style. It's usually done when revenge is the motive.
남성식 일병 사건 당일 초소에서 이수혁 병장과 같이 근무했고 맞죠?
예, 그렇습니다.
나 귀 안 먹었어요. 이 병장은 왜 혼자 밖에 나가 있었던 거죠?
용변이 급하다고 나갔습니다.
그런 일로 초소를 비워도 되는 건가요?
소식이 왔을 때 절대 참지 않는 것이야말로 참된 변비환자의 자세라고
Private
했습니다.
Nam Song-sik also gives her only pointless answer. She's getting even more suspicious.
How many can you put in the magazine?
15. But you could push the 16th one in like this.
더미탄이에요. 평소처럼 장전해서 잡을래요?
Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk loads a gun casually in front of Sophie, and she confirms he tends to do only 15 bullets.
이런 얘기는 안 하던가요?
Now, another
자기가
investigation through Sergeant
특수
Lee
임무를
Soo-hyuk's
뛰고 있다거나
girlfriend.
무슨 특별한 훈련을 받았다거나 하는 이수혁 병장 한마디로 어떤 사람이에요?
글쎄. 아, 우리 오빠한테 해주는 거 보면 알아요. 오빠는 어려서부터 저하고만 놀았지 친구도 별로 없었거든요. 근데 입대한 후로는 굉장히 좋아졌어요. 다 수혁 씨 덕이죠.
오빠라니요?
모르셨어요? 남성식 일병이라고 같은 소린데. 오빠가 하도 졸라서 수혁 씨
Sophie
생각을
gets a
거예요.
hunch that there might be a secret here.
북한 병사 3시 입은 총상은 모두 11개였죠. 10개는 현장에서 발견됐어요. 하지만 하나는 끝내 못 찾았죠. 사라진 탄환이에요. 15은 이 병장이 처음에 갖고 있던 탄환수와 일치하죠. 이 남은 하나는 뭘까요? 이 병장이 쏘지도 않았고 현장에서도 사라진, 다시 말해 현장에 다른 누군가, 제5의 인물이
Private
존재했다는
Nam Song-sik is being interrogated as a
이병장이
suspect
구출될 당시
with his
갖고 있던
blood-stained Beretta.
남일병총이더군요. 첫 발을 쏜 다음 슬라이드가 이렇게 뒤로 당겨진 상태에서 원위치되지 못했죠.
So is Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk on a different floor.
그리고 상대의 몸에서 뿜어져 나온 피가 바로 여기로 튄 거예요. 분석 결과 정우진의 혈액 샘플과 일치했어요. 킬러 폴리그래프라고 들어봤어요? 흔히들 거짓말 탐지기라고 부르죠.
Both look trembling. Private Nam ends up trying to kill himself. What kind of fear, what kind of a truth made him throw himself to the ground? 6 months earlier from the incident, the South Korean soldiers are on patrol in the DMZ.
우리가 여기면 쓸 포인트입니다. 응? 야, 그런 좌표 없잖아.
Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk is peeing away from them.
어머, 어때는 거야 지금?
They find they got lost and happened to cross the border of North Korea.
5시 방향으로.
They swiftly turn around toward the south, but Sergeant Lee Soo-hyuk is left behind alone, and as if it weren't bad enough, he happens to step on a mine. Any slight movement can explode the landmine and him.
3-2,
He needs help, but
3-1, 3-2.
no response from a radio. He gets extremely nervous by the sound that something approaches. Oh, I'm relieved. It's a puppy. But it's too soon to be relieved. He confronts a North Korean soldier. And one more of them.
내가 개새끼 데리고 나오지 말라 그랬지. 이 깐나 새끼.
내가 데리고 나온 거 아니야? 나 치료 밟았어. 치료. 거기 정말 가까이 오지 말했지. 한 발만 더 가까이 오면 나 진짜로 발 떼어버린다. 야, 이씨.
The North Korean soldiers leave Sergeant Lee as he threatens them. The national enemies are getting far away, but the enemy under his feet
야, 이 개새끼들아!
is still there.
가까이 오지 말랬죠. 언제 그냥 가라 그랬어. 이 새끼.
His threatening was another way of begging.
살려주세요. 울기는 다 큰 새끼가 이거.
North Korean Sergeant Oh helps South Korean Sergeant Lee have his feet freed without the mine explosion.
자, 받으라.
Sergeant Oh gives Sergeant Lee the firing pin from the mine as a gift.
가자.
너도 가자. 몸 조심하라.
The enemies leave, wishing him his safety. Is it too ironic? I don't think so.
야. 그림자 넘어왔어. 조심하라.
That line divides North and South Korea. Watch out, even your shadow not to cross.
지난번엔 고맙다는 인사도 제대로 못하고 형한테 되게 미안했어요.
Can we say the landmine became a matchmaker for the friendship between North and South Korean soldiers?
맨날 동지 소리만 듣다가 형 길이니까 좋구나야.
Long distance relationships began with letters and gifts.
근데 그 여성 가수가 부르는 노래는 좀 없네.
Could it be how K-pop spread to North Korea 20 years ago? Oh, deep in the night, someone breaks into the North Korean post. Who makes him flabbergasted?
중사 동지가 편지 쓰길래 그냥 한번 장난 삼아서 길이 타고 진짜로 넘어. 도대체가 이해가 안 가는 동무구만 거저.
안녕히 계세요.
아니 길이 타고 갈 것까지는 뭐.
정호진 wrote Lee Soo-hyuk to come over sometime. It sounds casual but can't be casual between North and South Korea.
승진 축하한다. 고전 애덕에 살아서 이 병장 계급장도 달아보는 거 아니겠어?
지뢰 밟아서 죽으면 하사제대예요. 사실 그때 내 독 한 번 먹고 발만 떼었어 봐. 생명의 은인은 나라니까.
야야야. 그때 내가 준 지뢰증만 있디. 기그나 잃어버리지 말라. 지니고 있으면
The relationship always evolves. Now they hang like any other friends do, having their own token of friendship. A few days later, Sergeant Lee crosses the border again while Private Nam is dozing.
대거. 중사 동지는 어떻게 그 미제라면 그렇게 오금을 못 씁니까?
너도 한번 써보라. 왜 미제가 위대한지 금방 알게 돼.
엎드라. 아 엎드라잖아.
Jung Ho-jin is salty because he didn't receive any gift from Lee Soo-hyuk. The victim here is innocent puppy. But sometimes, the best comes the last. Lee Soo-hyuk has spared the best for Jung Ho-jin.
역시 미제라니까.
All of a sudden, the dog barks at the door. Oh Kyung-pil and Jung Ho-jin spring out of the room. It's Lieutenant Choi Man-soo.
자리 안 지키고 고기 밖에서 뭐 하는 거야?
부장 동지, 그게 아니라 요 밑에 이 새끼.
He won't take any excuse.
외국 좀 돌아다녔다고 난촉하는 거야 뭐야? 어? 제대로 해, 제대로. 알겠어?
Luckily, their unlawful action wasn't caught. Neither was their illegitimate relationship, if it is.
좋으시겠습니다. 제대 석 달 남으셔서.
아니, 87일.
Lee Soo-hyuk is looking forward to being dismissed after 3-year mandatory military service.
제가 어떻게 해야 될지 걱정입니다.
Nam Song-sik concerned Lee Soo-hyuk because Lee Soo-hyuk knows how introverted Nam Song-sik is.
너 내가 친구 소개해줄까?
And Lee Soo-hyuk takes Nam Song-sik to his good friends at North. But it is not easy for Nam Song-sik there to cross the border.
안 가면 안 될까요?
얘기 많이 들으셔. 나 오경필이야.
While he hesitates, Oh Kyung-pil holds out his hand, welcoming him. Now you cross the line so easy.
따뜻하구만.
His warm welcoming makes Nam Song-sik overcome his fear. But what we did at night doesn't feel always right at daylight.
한민족 동포끼리 만나가지고 끝말잇기 놀이 좀 해고 왔기로 써니 야 그게 뭐 죄냐? 불륜을 저질렀냐 아니면 뭐 우리가 군사기밀을 팔아먹었냐?
Lee Soo-hyuk tries to comfort Nam Song-sik. He's so right.
그렇지.
They just play the games, not doing any harm to anyone. Now he seems to look forward to the next gathering. The signal from the north makes him smile.
이거야.
They are even playing with the cartridge cases. There is no place of hostility whatsoever.
아유, 그냥 돌 갖고 하자니까.
I wonder if any other country has a game called 공기. It's the game Korean kids, mostly girls, play a lot in their childhood. Oh, boy Nam Song-sik. He's so good at 공기, and everyone's amazed. We know nothing shouldn't cross the border. Then what about saliva? Lee-seok spit first. Oof. I thought spitting each other and having fun is only for the boys in the elementary school. Maybe I'm wrong. Ugh. Okay, let's go back to the political reality.
무슨 소리냐? 말도 안 되는 소리야. 아, 왜 저번에 기승병사가 폭로했지 않습니까? 다 적공조라고요. 우리 월북시키려고 교육받고 근무 서는 애들이라고.
Namsong-sik told Lee-seok they shouldn't trust North Korean soldiers completely. They can be a lure to North Korea.
내 생명의 은인인데.
우리 공화국에선 왜 이런 거 못 만드나 몰라.
The world-famous choco pie works for the North Korean palates too.
형.
응?
안 내려올래?
Suddenly, Lee-seok suggests Oh Kyung-pil should defect to the south.
초코파이 배 찢어지게 먹을 수 있잖아.
이수혁이 내 딱 한 번만 얘기할 테니까 잘 들어두라. 내 꿈은 말이야. 언젠가 우리 공화국이 남조선보다 훨씬 더 맛있는 과자를 만드는 게야. 알겠어? 그때까진 어쩔 수 없이 이 초코파이를 그리워할 수밖에 없어.
He makes it clear where he stands, but won't hurt their friendship because of it.
관둡시다. 노인 내 입만 살아가지고.
There's still invisible confrontation, but the invaluable friendship covers it up. One strong political issue and so many games that they can play like children. October 9th, early in the morning, the emergency siren rings out. It's the alert that northern troops are massing along the entire border.
민군이 전 전선에 걸쳐서 대대적으로 전진 배치되고 있다는 첩보가 입수됐다. 데프콘 3 상황이다.
Lee-seok and Namsong-sik had set on fire in DMZ to eliminate the mines.
우리 이제 넘어가지 말자.
좀 있으면 우진이 생일이고 이병장님도 곧 제대인데 마지막으로 작별 인사는 해야죠.
The security is way tighter from the both sides. But Lee-seok and Namsong-sik made it to cross the border to say goodbye.
저번에 정말로 민군 내려오려고 했었던 거야?
어전 앤들 알겠니? 뭐 양키놈들이 폭격을 한다는데 우리도 앉아서 당할 수 없지 않겠어?
그러니까 핵무기니 미사일 그런 거 안 만들면 되잖아요.
그걸 내가 만드네?
왜 화를 내고 그래요?
정말로 전쟁 나면 우리도 서로 쏴야 돼?
Lee-seok sounds stupid, but no one can be wise here. We only hope no war ever should break out.
오만이 생각나는구만. 근데 광석이는 왜 그렇게 일찍 죽었대니? 야! 우리 광석이를 위해서 딱 한 잔만 하자.
They toast to maybe peace or friendship. They exchange their addresses for the day they can meet again, whether it is a war or unification. And they take a picture together. There's nothing left to do, but they can't leave because it can be a goodbye for long.
안 가네?
가야지.
생일 축하해.
Namsong-sik gives painting tools to Jung-jin, who loves to paint.
고마워요, 동지. 형.
정호진 cannot help but cry, deeply moved.
고조 우누만 고조.
Namsong-sik teases him, mimicking North Korean accent. But their laugh couldn't last long. The door opens and their secret is exposed to Lieutenant Choi Man-soo. These are what Namsong-sik can't remember who attempted suicide. Sophie gets pressed by the North and the South, who only wants to fabricate the incident for their political sakes. She is even criticized of overbearing investigation. Lee Soo-hyuk and Oh Kyung-pil meet again sooner than they expected. They confront each other for cross-examination.
두 사람 자술서요. 읽어보고 고치고 싶은 데 있으면 말해줘요.
맞습니다.
They say yes because they are forced to do it.
알아보겠죠? 사건 현장이에요. 초소를 습격한 남한 병사가 몇 명이었죠?
혼자였습니다.
확실한가요?
확실합니다.
Sophie notices they are not willing to cooperate for the truth and plays a video. It shows Namsong-sik became frantic during investigation.
지금 뭐 하자는 거예요?
현장에 있었을 것으로 추정되는 또 한 명의 남한 병사입니다.
도대체 무슨 증거를 갖고 그런 말도 안 되는 소리를...
남성식 일병은 신문 중에 거짓말 탐지기 얘기가 나오자 겁에 질린 나머지 그 자리에서 투신해버렸습니다. 이건 자백과 다름없는 행위라고 보지 않을 수 없습니다. 따라서 전 이 사건의 수사를 원점에서부터 다시 시작할 것을 제안을...
우린 장서령 얘기 듣자고 여기 모인 거 아니야?
Lee Soo-hyuk bursts into tears by unbearable guilt. He seems to confess anytime soon, and the tension gets higher between Oh Kyung-pil and Sophie.
간다 새끼야!
Oh Kyung-pil's violent outburst stops the whole interrogation. Is that for whom and why? Could they ever find the truth? The heaven knows the truth because it heard the sound of 8 gunshots. Each North and South Korean government has a truth that they want to believe. And both Oh Kyung-pil and Lee Soo-hyuk have truth that they want to protect. Would it be possible Sophie can find the truth against their own truth? JSA makes us confront how tragic it is that one nation is to be divided. The friendship has no line they cannot cross, but the borderline in DMZ still exists.
선택만 있습니다.
Do you want to know how this story ends? Or, just like me, do you have a specific ending you wish for their friendship? Then you can find it on Netflix, TV, Watch Our Wave, etc. I will see you next time with another great movie, I promise. Bye.